On the other side, Chan Sung Jung fighting for a UFC title for the first time since 2013. As we go inside the numbers, Zombie is a little bit of a headhunter, but the number that jumps off of this full screen for me, 30% of Volkanovski's strikes land to the lower half. He uses that weapon effectively as a way to get inside to set up his other weapons, so figures to be a big weapon for him in this fight, potentially, as we welcome back Alan Jouban and Dean Thomas. Your thoughts on Volkanovski coming into this latest title defense?
Yeah, you know, this is going to be a fun fight. Everybody loves seeing the Zombie fight. But to what you just alluded to earlier with the 30% leg strikes, this is something, a weapon that I feel that Volkanovski needs to steer away from in this fight. If you remember the last fight against Ortega, it was a leg kick, a catch and counter that dropped Volkanovski and let Ortega slap on that guillotine. You've got to think that the Zombie was watching that film. He's over at Fight Ready now with Henry Cejudo, the great Henry Cejudo right now. They've got to be studying footage. You got to think. He throws a lot of leg kicks. Let's look for the counter. And the Zombie, he's always looking to counter with heavy strikes.
Now, when you talk about Korean Zombie, when he fought Brian Ortega, he made Brian Ortega look like Israel Adesanya. And that was because of the feints. He bit on every feint that Brian Ortega gave him. No one feints better than Alexander Volkanovski in this game. No one is more patient. No one is more calculated. Alexander Volkanovski will go out there and move on you, feint you, and then take advantage. Korean Zombie got to be careful with that.
And Volkanovski just seems so fortified by that Ortega win and the nature of it that he figures to be very difficult to beat this weekend. Of course, the betting line reflects that. On the other side, let's get into the Korean Zombie a little bit, right? Because so much of life is about timing, right? And if you listen to his coaches, Alan, they really believe that right now he's just in a much better mental, emotional, physical place than he was even for the Dan Ige fight several months ago. I know he's up against it as far as the betting number is concerned. What kind of chance you giving the Korean Zombie this week?
And you mentioned the Dan Ige fight. I thought that was a smart fight right there. He's known for getting in these battles and these wars. I thought he fought patient right there, smart and calculated. He's going to need to do so against Volkanovski in this fight.
Yeah, I also think that he needs to kind of follow that blueprint a little bit that he had against Ige and grapple more, because I think his grappling is very underrated. I think he's a good submission guy, and he could use that against Volkanovski.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.